What's up, guys? Happy Labor Day. Me and the missus just got back home. Man, we be enjoying ourselves. So it's time to get back to business. I actually have my first female ride along coming in tomorrow, Miss Raquel, from I think Dallas, Texas. So she's going to be with me tomorrow and Wednesday, learning more about wood floor maintenance. So I was going to share this in my group, Cleaners Connect, but I said, you know what, I want to share this on my personal page as well, because the reason why, there's a lot of people that follow me who are in business and other parts of business, and not just cleaning. I actually have some family members who have their own business, and I wanted to share this with you guys. Is that I saw a post earlier in my group. Someone said that he had regret making a decision for his business. And I'm just going to speak from my experience, all right? Guys, when you start a business, all right, business can be a challenge, all right? I will say for me, it was definitely a challenge. And I blame myself because I got into business with the wrong mindset. I did not even understand simple business practices. I was just looking at the money. When you realize that you are making or you have made a poor decision, when you start having regrets, okay, about starting your business, choices that you made in your business, guys, that is a perfect time, okay, listen to me, to stop doing what you're doing and reevaluate, okay, revamp, which is a word that I use a lot because making me a mistake. Because I did revamp my business after 5 years. Looking back now, I did not have to go through the struggles that I went through for 5 years, but I did, and I learned from my mistakes. It cost me a lot, and not just when I say it cost me, speaking of money, but it cost me a lot of time, a lot of struggle, okay, a lot of hassle, a lot of things that I didn't have to go through if I would have came in business with the right mindset. When you get to that point, you guys, like anything else, it's time to throw in the towel. All right, it's time to stop the bleeding, because guys, you want to be able to fight another day. And a lot of times we'll start something and we will struggle when we don't really have to. See, this is the thing about business, and again, overall life. Everybody don't struggle, okay? Everybody who starts a business does not struggle. Everybody does not have a rags to riches story. Everybody doesn't start at the bottom. Now, I know those stories are cool, okay? Even myself, we like those type of stories, but everybody doesn't go through that, okay? And a lot of people don't go through that because they take the right steps before starting something or getting into something. And I know with social media, we hear the motivational speakers and, keep pushing and, do all this and don't give up and, all this stuff that can be, motivational for you not to give up, to keep pushing. But at the same time, sometimes you got to stop doing what you're doing if you know deep down it's not going the way it should, and especially after a certain period of time, okay? Some of the things that I can share with you guys, and again, speaking from my experience, some of the advantages that I had, starting a business and, again, struggling, and how I got through it. First of all, when I started my business, I always tell people like this: you have to have a what's the key word? What's the word I'm trying to say? You have to have a support system. Okay, you have to have a support system. Basically, you have to have something that can support you when you start this business, because again, when you start a business, your business most of the time is not producing income, it's not producing profit, right? I've seen people do it different ways. I've seen people get lines of credit. I've seen people get, the last company I worked with, he started with two $100,000 credit cards. Okay, so that's $200,000. I've seen people come in just with a lot of cash. I've seen people borrow, which is the same thing, lines of credit, things like that. I've seen people get loans from their parents, or relatives. A job, having a job. There's nothing wrong with having a job. You can maneuver your schedule. And again, I know every business is different, but that's something you have to figure out. Now, for me, what was my support system? My wife, okay? My wife going to work every day. Number two, we had a very low overhead lifestyle. A lot of the things that we have now, a lot of things that we do now did not exist back then. Because again, financially, we couldn't do it. We didn't have it to do. We didn't have car notes. We didn't go on vacations. Because again, that was the beginning of our journey. And that was something that allowed me to stick in my business and go through what I went through and revamp my business and, build it back up and get to the point now where my wife doesn't have to work, where now we're all financially stable. Now business is good. You see what I'm saying? So that was the things that that I had in place. That was my support system. So I want to say, is when you are starting a business, guys, you need to have something that can support you until you get this business to a point where it's producing, it's making profit, and it can basically take care of you or, your family or whatever. So I will say, guys, again, business can be a challenge just like anything else. And it can take, each individual is different. Some people figure it out right away. Some people I've seen guys come in there, I'm going to use the carpet cleaning business for an example, because that's the industry that I came in. A lot of us think that, everybody started with low prices. Everybody started with a portable. Okay, everybody started working for low-end clients. That is not the case. A lot of guys did not start that way. Okay. But again, everybody's different. Everybody's different. Everybody does have to start somewhere. But my thing, guys, if you get to a point where you regret, starting your business. I mean, guys, I'm telling you, there was times. Now think about this. There was a time in my business where I needed the jobs. I couldn't turn down jobs. I needed the money. But guess what? I hate it. Okay, I try not to use that word because that is a very strong word. But at the time, I hated my business. But who can I blame? Me, because I'm the one that started it. And it was just when that's not a position you want to be in, where you start something, you made a choice to do something, and you start having regrets. You hate doing it, okay? But then also, you have to do it. Well, I don't say you have to, okay? You don't have to, but, if you want to stick in there, you have to. And a lot of times, we go out and do things, and we don't understand what we're doing. We're just doing. I have a buddy named Chandler. Chandler said, Courtney, a lot of people are peddlers. I said, peddlers? He told me this years ago. I said, what is a peddler? He said, they're just somebody who just peddle around. They just do anything. It's like a street hustler. They do anything just to survive, and you don't want to be a peddler, okay? And that's what, a lot of us have to think about. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, is that, just sitting back, thinking, reminiscing, that those times, of having regrets, having days where just want to just give up. It was tough. It really was. But having a support system is what allowed me to survive. But also finally coming to a sense, okay, that I needed to make a change, right? Yes, the motivational videos kept pushing, keep pushing, don't stop, don't give up. You know, you hear all that stuff, but that's only going to take you so far if you're not doing it right. Okay, guys, believe me, you can do something wrong. We are humans. We make error. You know, me and my wife have been together almost 20 years. We've been married going on, don't get me wrong, I think 13 or either 14 years. We feel like the last 3-4 years have been some of our best years, okay? Because it hasn't always been, you know, a successful relationship. But we kept working at it. You know what I'm saying? Had to figure those things out. Continue to learn one another. Continue to learn each other. Learn how to compromise. You know, just so many things, you know, that you just have to, you must be willing to go through if you want to make it work. And when it comes to business, if you want to make it work, sometimes, guys, you got to start over from scratch. I always I use this metaphor, you know, when I teach. If you are a coach, and let's say you are coaching a football team, and your team is down, let's say 3 touchdowns, are you going to keep running the same plays that got you 3 touchdowns down? No. You know what you're going to do? Go back to the drawing board. And that's what sometimes we got to do, guys. Got to go back to the drawing board. All right, guys. Hopefully this video can help somebody. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my night. Get ready for a great productive week. And I'll see you in the next one.